a single mom is really hard.
Being a single mom is literally the hardest shit ever. Like, you cannot do anything.
If you've gone through a divorce, I just need to know, does it get easier? Does it get easier? This single mom is starting to get to me. Okay? It's starting to get to me.
My ex and I divorced after 23 years of marriage, and it's been almost 2 years. It has been the hardest, most loneliest time of my life.
It's not even like a husband and wife thing. He was my only friend for 5 years.
Would you believe me if I said I would give up all the money I got, all the followers I got, all the social media just to have true love? I'll go back to making $10, $12, $15 an hour if I could just be happy with somebody.
Just to be happy with somebody. This is the harsh reality for many single moms who regret leaving their man.
Y'all, this shit is so hard.
You never ever as a kid dream of being a single mom. It just ain't it. So your whole life you dream of being married to your Prince Charming.
Times like this suck when I don't want to go inside my home because there's no one to go home to. No one is in there waiting for me.
We hear so many people encouraging women to get divorced, but when they leave, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it? The struggle, the loneliness, the financial burden, many can't handle it.
One thing that nobody talks about in divorce or prepares you for is the vast loneliness. You feel so lonely.
So I'm 6 months post-divorce, and I have officially graduated from being alone and loving it, loving my space, to, as of today, like tonight, lonely.
I don't know when it's supposed to get easier. I don't know if it ever will. I don't know if this is just the pain I feel forever.
I am so overstimulated and overwhelmed, and I just want a break.
A lot of women fall for the grass is greener syndrome, the idea that they can do better, that there's always a better man waiting. But what they don't realize is that the dating market isn't the same. Most men are now demanding women who come without baggage, and some single mothers are seeing it play out right in front of them.
So it happened again. I had a date cancel on me, and we were supposed to go out for dinner tonight as a single mom.
One day, it is exactly as it's supposed to be. And the next day, they've vanished. And they haven't vanished to the world. They've only made themselves disappear to you.
Kim. And I'm tired of getting my heart broken.
So I asked him, do you have any kids? And he was like, no. He was 36, and I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, fine. Then he asked me, do you have any kids? I was like, yeah, I've got 2. When I tell you guys, the vibe changed.
I just feel stupid for putting myself out there.
What is it? Like, what am I not getting? What am I doing wrong? What am I not seeing?
And while single moms are struggling with dating and finances, there is another party that truly suffers: the children. There's a reason why they say, stay for the children. Because having to go back and forth between homes every other week is not just inconvenient, it's emotionally draining. Yet people act like keeping a family together is some outdated idea, as if making sacrifices for your own children is a bad thing.
Does it make sense to stay together for your children? Absolutely not.
Is somebody contemplating staying in a relationship because they got kids with somebody? And I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Please don't do it.
If you are staying in a relationship or in a marriage and not going through a divorce for the kids, you are fucking lying to yourself.
I'm raising 2 boys. Like, I need them to see their mother loved, adored, ravished. They need to see how to treat a woman. They need to see their mother happy.
So let's stop trying to convince ourselves this is for the kids and convince ourselves of what it really comes down to. Change is hard and we don't want to fucking do it. They don't want you to sacrifice your life. They want you to be happy. They want their mom and dad to be happy so that they can show up and love them the way they want and need to be loved.
Now, are there situations where removing your kids from an unstable environment is the right choice? Absolutely. But in many cases, divorce happens simply due to unhappiness or some other dumb reason like this.
I'm divorcing my husband because he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, and I still don't think he believes me, to be honest, but he might want to start, because I just filed my paperwork at the courthouse, and you can see right here, the date of separation is this year's Super Bowl. I'm not just doing this because of the action of booing. I am doing this because of everything that it represents in our relationship.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now you may ask, why is being unhappy not a valid reason for couples to divorce? The answer is simple. When children are involved, marriage stops being just about the two adults. It becomes about providing a stable environment for the kids, ensuring they grow up with the security and support they need. Too often, people treat marriage like a relationship they can walk away from the moment they feel dissatisfied. But when kids are in the picture, that decision carries serious consequences.
Fatherlessness is the leading cause of declining child well-being in our society. It is also the engine driving our most urgent social problems. Yet, despite its scale and social consequences, fatherlessness is a problem that is frequently ignored or denied.
90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of teen suicides, 85% of children and teens with behavior disorders come from fatherless homes.
What I can tell you is that the data unequivocally tells us fathers are vital, and yet laws and society undervalue their importance, making it harder for them to be in their children's lives.
It is a fact that children who have both parents are more inclined, especially if those parents gave them clear boundaries and clear expectations, those children are more likely to be emotionally, educationally, socially, and also behaviorally more prominent.
And let me say again for those in the back, of course there are extreme situations where divorce is necessary, abuse, neglect, or extreme toxicity. But far too often people end marriages simply because they feel unfulfilled, as if happiness is something that's guaranteed at all times.
Marriage isn't for the people who are married. It's for the children, obviously. And if you can't handle that, grow the hell up. Seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously.
And another thing, why aren't fathers granted custody more often? Yes, the ideal scenario is keeping the family unit together, but if the home is going to be broken, the statistics show that children raised by single fathers tend to have better outcomes.
If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chance as children raised by just their fathers. The husband and wife raise their kid. The chance of this kid going to jail is the same as just the father raising his kids. The problem is the single mother without a father in the picture.
A harsh reality for many, but it is what it is. Society is decaying right before our eyes, and broken homes are at the root of it.
The burden of social science evidence supports the idea that gender-differentiated parenting is important for human development, and that the contribution of fathers to child rearing is unique and irreplaceable.
It is very irreplaceable, and to be fair, there are a lot of women out there that are waking up to this reality.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex, and this is coming from a single mother. I can honestly say that I had to heal, and I had to take accountability because it was my actions that allowed this man to even impregnate me and then make me a single mother at 18. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? Nobody never really sat me down and was like, yo, you made that decision. You brought this upon yourself. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy, F my baby dad, F my baby dad, but I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. So I'm just saying all that to say you choose your life. You are responsible for everything that's going on in your life, good and bad. Make the right decisions. Hold yourself accountable. Everything that's happening to you is because of a choice that you made in the past.
To avoid situations like this, take the time to truly know each other. If you're in a relationship, don't have kids with someone just because you're attracted to them or caught up in the moment. Think long term, or you might end up like this, crying on social media.
Single moms have it the worst. Single moms have it the freaking worst.
I just pulled in my driveway from work and I don't want to go inside because my kids aren't home this week.
I'm about to lose everything. I can't.
And I'm not complaining because I love being a mom and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it's really hard when you have to do it all on your own.
Now, some simple-minded people might say this video is just bashing single mothers, but that couldn't be further from the truth. This video is about raising awareness of the realities of single parenthood and the impact it has on society. It's not about blame, it's about understanding the long-term consequences and why strong family structures matter. Also, if this topic interests you, I made a video on women crying after regretting their divorce. It's a must-watch. But if you've already seen that one, click on this other video and let us know your thoughts in the comments.